This is a typical spring-loaded rat trap, and I kind of want to do a review on it. I had to make some changes to it. You can see on the trip lever that I've got a zip tie on it to hold the bait on there, and I've got a couple of nickels on there where the springs attached to there, and I'm going to show you why. You hold this back, you can see the trip arms flapping around. I had trouble with it where it had tension on it, where it would just stay firm because these springs was up against it, and I had to spread these two little wires a little bit. And when you close this down, you can see it holds firm against the wood. If you take these nickels out, you can wiggle it up and down enough to get like a pencil under it, and then the mouse can escape, or it doesn't hit it hard enough to pull it out. But you can see how this is flopping around, and all you need is about maybe 1/8 of an inch. See, this one's not even tight. But you take that nickel out of there, and it doesn't hold this bar down good enough. And like I said, this had enough tension on it that the mouse or the rat was stealing the bait off of it without setting it off. And I tried to do a review at Tractor Supply, and they refused it because apparently they didn't like the language, or they felt that my review violated the copyright of the product. They never really said, they just rejected it. And there's nothing offensive in it, other than the fact I use the language like, this took out a mouse. But this is a pretty stiff trap, and before this it was like stationary. I couldn't hardly get it set on there because the spring was up against it. And like I said, you take like just a piece of paneling, or maybe a paint stir stick, and put a little piece under them springs just to add a little more tension. I've seen some other videos where some guys had like some real thick wood on there, like 1/2 inch, and that's just overkill. But you can see how I've got the zip tie on there, and I'm using a sugar wafer cookie on there, and I put some meat smelling stuff on it. It was some gravy out of a canned cat food is what I used, and I had 2 of these traps go off, and using the same attractant. And just kind of wanted to share with you how this works. I mean, I had a small mouse in there, and it nearly cut it in half, but it flipped the trap over completely. And before they was stealing the bait off it, I tried using peanut butter, and they lick it off. And I had a chocolate covered raisin, and I stuck a toothpick to it and jammed it down in there so it was secure on there, and they ate the bait off the toothpick. So I had to figure out why they wasn't setting the trap off, and this is what I come up with. And the first day I did this, I had a kill. Try this out if your trap's not working, or it's difficult to set, and I think you'll get success with it.